We are live.
There we
Sorry
go.
about that delay, but like we promised, man, we got another celebrity in the building. You feel me? We got Mr.
Yeah.
Will Rinehart, aka Chill, one of the biggest men behind the scene. You know what I'm saying? And he here to talk to us today. How you doing today, sir?
Rapper dabble like a Burger King Whopper, never whack like a Big Mac, you dig?
Proper,
Well, I know that's
proper
right.
dapper like a Burger King Whopper.
Okay.
I like that. I'm gonna have to use that.
Yeah.
You
See,
look
I
like
see
a
he
good
fits
time.
right in, huh?
Yeah, you look like a good time. You got your colorful. You know what I'm saying. Your energy is uplifting. I appreciate it. Thank you for being so patient.
Oh,
Yes, thank you. We appreciate you.
it's all love. It's all love, man. We here.
I know that's right. So, won't you? Let's start off with some of your upbringing. So, could you tell us about how it was growing up in Chicago?
Oh, okay.
Took a deep breath.
I'm from the Wild Hundreds. They call it the Wild Hundreds, Morgan Park. And I came up in a real big gang culture, but where I lived, I was dead in the center between the hood and the Beverly area, right? It's like literally mansions on these hills, black people in them. And then you got on the other side, just straight menace to society everyday type shit, right?
Wow.
So, I had a taste of both worlds. When I was coming up, my pops had, he had passed a month before I was born. But, my mom's, she raised me. You know what I'm saying? And my stepfather, he was there when he could be. And she put me through, when I was in grammar school, she put me through, a Catholic grade school up the hill. And, it was all white folks. You know what I mean? I was the only black to graduate out of my class, 8th grade.
Wow.
But at the same time, I'm going over here to the hood every day. But I'm going to school up there, and nobody tripped on me not going to their schools or nothing like that, because I was me. I fit in.
Right.
But when high school came, she tried to keep me in the Catholic schools, but the school closed down. So my sophomore year, I ended up going to the school called Hirsch, which was one of the worst schools at that time on the south side of Chicago, a public school. Very, very gang-oriented, And to be honest with you, we keep it a buck on this show, right?
Yes,
absolutely.
Yes,
so, I was a part of it anyway.
Yeah.
And, but I was smart. I was smart. I knew how to move. I knew how to stay low. I was never really into showing off jewelry, cars, all that. I didn't want that attention, And, when I spent about 2 months in that school before I had to leave, because it was going down every day. Wow. Every day. Okay. it went down. So I ended up going to this other public school called H.O.O.D. It went down there too, but my mama wasn't about to keep switching me from school to school,
Right.
So I ended up, coming up, I graduated. I was constantly in and out of trouble, but I graduated and went off, went to school, went to the Marines, did quite a few things in the Marine Corps. I was a sniper scout, a hand-to-hand combat instructor. Did a lot of shit I didn't want to do, but I had to do. And this whole time, I was always into music. I was always into the music business. I started out as a party promoter, ended up doing shows, concerts, then I decided to get into the record business, and owning my own record thing.
Mm.
And so, at that time, we was out here hustling CDs, CDs out the trunk, DVDs, all that, and I still had me some skill now. Don't get it twisted. But back then I was rapping and shit, and I had a few CDs out, and we sold like 40,000 copies hand to hand. And I was doing a lot of promotional work for groups like, at the time, like the Snipers. I worked with Psychodrama, Triple Darkness, a lot of the Chicago legends. And, it became a point where, I was a pioneer. I am a pioneering legend myself when it comes to the concert world in Chicago.
Okay.
But when I left and I ended up traveling, thanks to Uncle Sam and the Marines, I got to being connected with people overseas and stuff like that, because I was still hustling, even though I was in the military. So when I got out, I ended up going back to Chicago for a second. And then I left and went to Wisconsin. I was doing my thing in the music. I ended up a cat by the name of Rick Robinson, God rest his soul, double R. He ended up seeing some potential in me. At that time, he managed Bone Thugs and Harmony. And he also managed By 10 from Slum Village, the Outlaws. He had a lot of people under his belt, Cuckoo Cow. He took me under his arms, He was like, bro, I got you. Let's go. So while I'm learning from him, I'm still doing my own thing. But I managed to go on the road and learn a lot, and do a lot. Mm-hmm. And my name started buzzing in different cities, stuff like that. I formed my organization, which is now known as Come Clean Empire. At the time, it was Chill Promotions. Okay. But Come Clean Empire came into existence, which actually means creating other methods, empowering children, learning every avenue necessary.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I love that. Say that one more time. Say it again.
Yeah.
Creating other methods, empowering children, learning every avenue necessary.
Love
Period.
that.
Okay. Now, was it because of the Chicago life that made you want to come up like with this? Did you think about like your childhood and stuff like that? And you was like,
I've always had a connection to the hood.
Okay.
But I also had a connection to the corporate world.
Mm-hmm. So,
I will always reach back and try to help the guys. But at the same time, I was like, y'all not going to fuck me up,
Right.
Y'all over here doing this. Okay. I respect for whatever it is you're trying to do. But if you're not listening to me, I'm not about to sit here and let you drag me down.
Right.
Right.
And a lot of the guys, even to this day, they respect me because of who I was on the streets. Mm-hmm. Because I say was because I am retired. Somebody pushed me back there.
Right.
So are you a retired pimp or gangster or what?
I'm a retired gangster. Yeah. One of my best friends, I actually hung around with pimps. But I wasn't really into pimping. I had too bad of a temper.
I'm shocked. Chill with a name like Chill.
That's why I got the name Chill. They kept telling me to chill.
They just telling you to chill. Oh, okay. Oh, calm down, Chill.
Right.
Because I was getting ready to ask you, how did that name come about?
Right.
And so now you just get cause
it was a mixture of that, and then as I got older, I just really got more observant and quiet.
Yeah. Why?
And I would be the guy that's in the corner that you wouldn't see because I'm looking dead at you.
Right.
So they just called me, started calling me Chill.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, I've had some time You know what I mean? I've had some times, but but music really helped me get me right. You know what I'm saying? Like it really helped me get me right. And moving around, experiencing other cultures, different things, making money from different angles. I knew I didn't have to be on the streets.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You just got to learn to use your head.
Right.
Yeah.
So that what really sparked your interest in music was, you really was just trying to figure out a way up out of those streets. Was that how it kind of started?
No, my parents, my mom and my dad, you can look up my actual real dad, Willie Jones. He actually was a great jazz piano player out of Chicago.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
They even they teach a class on him. They like have a discography on him. He was the only jazz pianist. His hands were so big that he was able to play the piano like 2 songs at the same time.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
And a wide reach, huh?
He was like best friends.
Right.
Yeah,
Wow.
I can't reach nothing with these little hands.
It's funny
I
because
can't barely play nothing.
Because usually it's only like about an octave. I play a little bit.
Yeah, we right here with it. Like
right.
Yeah.
So, but that's where I got my ear from in music.
Yeah.
I have a real keen ear. They found out in my senior year in high school that I had what's called perfect pitch.
Okay. Yeah.
So with that in combination of, I used to sing. So, I have 3 state championships in singing. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know that.
Okay.
Well, go ahead and sing some for us then. I mean,
Right.
How did I know? How did I know that you was gonna say that?
I mean,
you out there.
Because that's what people always do when they hear you can sing.
Right.
But okay, I will do something. Let me think. All right. Always and forever, each moment with you, it's just like a dream to me that somehow came true.
Woo!
Now,
just a little.
Why did it have to be Heat Wave? I used to sing with Heat Wave.
Oh yeah, we used to go to Lakeshore Drive, me and a few of the guys, and we would just sing. That's how we caught all the women. We would just sing.
Nice.
Yeah, I did 2 European tours with them. Me and my sister, we were the only female backup singers for Heat Wave.
Dig that.
Yes. And when you said that, I'm like, oh shit. How many times I done heard that?
Aunt V was about to join in. Look, Aunt V was about to say, go ahead, Aunt V. Show them what you got, Aunt V.
Oh wow, that's amazing though.
Yeah.
See, we connected. Connected. I might know you.
There you go. There you go.
I might know you.
but as fast forwarding, as time went on, the company expanded. We ended up being in 34 markets across the country, street teams in these markets and all of that. And I was working, we would get contracts from these labels. We would start promoting the artists and stuff. So, after a while, it wore down. It wears down on your body. And that's why I'm big on telling people to take care of themselves. You know what I'm saying? So one day, I'm sitting there and, I didn't feel right. You know what I'm saying? And I was driving and, I'm driving and, my wife, she's sitting on the side of me and I'm driving and I feel my whole left side of my body go numb.
Oh, wow.
It just went numb, and I'm like, what's going on? You get kind of like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So I tell my wife, I say, hit OnStar and go to the nearest hospital. Something ain't right with me. And before I know it, my body was like literally like froze the whole left side, and I couldn't move.
Oh wow!
Was you having a stroke?
No, what happened was that the aorta of the heart,
Mm-hmm.
you know, the part of the heart,
right?
It snapped, you know, and I had a heart aneurysm. So when I got there, the doctors was like, they like didn't even finish taking my blood. Once he saw my blood pressure, it was like 200 and something over 180 something. He was like, "Oh no, take him to the back." They didn't ask me for no insurance or nothing. I don't remember none of that.
Right.
All I remember is me being on the table and them taking up the gas mask and putting it over me. I had to go into emergency heart surgery.
Wow.
So they didn't see, like they didn't. I don't know if y'all can see that or not, but right here.
Okay.
They had to go in immediately, and they figured out that they didn't have the tools there to fix it.
Oh wow!
So they had to med flight me all the way to a hospital, and that was about 50 miles away. So I get there, and I'm under all this time. So I had an actual life after death experience during that time.
Mm-hmm.
And it was crazy, you know what I'm saying? And before I knew it, I woke up, and the first thing I'm saying is I gotta get, because I had a concert to do. And I'm telling my people, they said that people, they sitting there, and I'm like, man, I gotta get to the show. I'm trying to pull stuff up off me and stuff. I'm not knowing what happened though. All I know is I'm trying to pull stuff up off me. Like, what the fuck wrong with you? Like, you don't understand.
Oh my God.
Right.
So we still laugh about that to this day, but
now
that's a true musician. We always trying to make it to the show.
Hey, but not even a year and a half later.
Wow.
Not even. I catch COVID, right? At that time, I was dealing with Jay Prince. I was working with him and some other cats out of Chicago. I was helping them form Rap A Lot Midwest. And, we was traveling so much and doing so much. And next thing you know, it's like I'm at the crib not knowing I got COVID. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting there, and the next thing you know, my wife said I just didn't respond. She was calling me, I didn't respond. And I stopped breathing. My lungs collapsed. So I stopped breathing altogether. She called an ambulance. The police get here first. They come in, and she tell dude, I got COVID. He run out. He meet the ambulance, and he stays outside with the ambulance for like 5 minutes. And I'm inside, not breathing.
Dying.
Wow.
Right.
Wow.
So he come in, and I'm going off of what my wife was telling me what was going on. And I go and we go to the hospital, but they said that they couldn't get me breathing inside my crib. They had to take me in the ambulance and use the stuff that was in the ambulance to get me breathing again. But when they got me to the hospital, they said that I was cool for about like 2-3 hours, but then all of a sudden I went back into whatever it was, and they had to put me in intensive care in ICU. And I was actually dead for like 7 days.
Right. They put you into a medically induced coma. Huh?
Yeah, I was on life support for 7 days.
Wow.
So that's gonna lead me to my question for you then. So if you could describe your journey in 3 words, what would you say?
Honey, he's blessed. He here by the grace of God.
Right.
It was informative, relieved, and very, very, very spiritual. I didn't see no light at the end of the tunnel. I went through 4 different scenarios It was like I was still living. Like I could touch, feel, hear, all that. I didn't know I was dead. But I was going through these scenarios, and I figured it out later on that if I would have chosen the wrong path in any of those 4 scenarios, especially the last one, I probably wouldn't have come. Well, I wouldn't have come back. So I believe that it was, God allowing me to be tested.
To write a book
to see if I was ready. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I thought about that. To see if I was ready. But what's crazy is, I had a few comical moments when I came up out of it. But one thing that just sticks to me is that I remember waking up. I was in a totally different room, right? And when I woke up, I saw spiders, big, huge spiders crawling. And they were crawling around me, like everywhere, right? So, I'm thinking to myself, like, what does that mean? You know what I mean? I'm like, spiders, it had to have some sort of spiritual meaning. Now, mind you,
I think it was spiritual, but what kind of drugs did they have you on?
But see, that was the other thing, right?
Yeah,
they thought that
meaning?
It was the drug because I kept telling them, I see spiders, and it was laughing at me. Like, he tripping. And I'm trying to pull the thing up out my nose. I'm like, no, this is what's funny. My wife in the background laughing because she remembered the shit. But I tell my wife, I said, what the fuck is this they got in my nose, right? It was a tube, right, that go in your nose. I'm trying to pull the tube out, right? I'm like, why is there a worm in my damn nose? I said, there's a spider or a worm in my nose, right?
Everybody on some psychedelics, honey.
Everybody laughing. Now, mind you, like, I had already had an experience prior from the last time where I couldn't walk. When you go under like that, your body is gone. Right. And I had to learn to walk again. Well, this is the second time. And I can feel it in my legs. I'm like, I'm familiar now with this feeling. I can't walk. So needless to say, we had a lot of comical moments. The nurse was trying to you pee, when you urinate, you can't feel your bladder, right? Because you everything was dead, right?
Yeah.
So I'm urinating on myself because I'm like, I don't even know when I go to the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I'm conscious. I'm knowing what's going on, and the nurse, I was real like ashamed to tell her that I had urinated on myself. I gotta go to the bathroom. And so she come in there, she gets playing with me and shit. Well, I thought she was playing with me. Because I'm like, I said, hold on. I said, you can't touch that.
I'm married.
I called her a bitch, right? I said, you can't touch that. It's just for my wife. She only could touch that, right? And she tripping. Like,
oh my God.
She started laughing, but I'm dead ass, right? I'm like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? You can't touch this. This ain't for you. You know what I'm saying?
I know your wife was like, what the heck?
Right.
I'm like, honey, they had you on some good drugs.
Right. I had some good ones. I'm telling you.
You had some good drugs, honey.
I'm certainly glad that you was able to come up out of that.
Right.
When I came up out of it, though, right, I had looked up the spiritual meaning behind spiders. Because I was like, what does this mean? So it symbolizes like creativity, patience, destiny, and power to weave together the threads of life, where it's like you're going to the next level.
Okay.
So now this is a true story. I had ended up having to, go my separate way from everybody. Jay is good people. Jay Prince, for the record, is good people. He was to me. You know what I'm saying? And Rap A Lot Midwest, God bless him. You know what I'm saying? But they told me, they said, bro, you can't be riding around with us because you're sick. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we go into these areas, it's kind of rough. You know what I'm saying? We gotta look out for you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, cool. But God told me, he literally told me that I got something for you. Don't worry about that. And I began to come up with all of these different ideas and all of these concepts, and I started manifesting things because I'm big on faith, and I know we all have power, but you have to believe in that, and you have to walk in that in order for it to manifest itself. You can say, oh, yes, I believe, but if you don't walk in it, like really believe that you're going to make it happen, it ain't going to work. You know, so that's how I started moving, I created the Grassroots Music Seminar and Concert Tour. We were the very first touring seminar in the country.
That's
recognized by ASAC and CSAC. Most seminars you go to, they're just in one place. And that's it. But we were the very first to go from city to city teaching.
Yeah, I was going to ask you now. So now you felt there was a need for that. What are you teaching in your seminar?
In the seminars, we teach the essence of the business of music. See,
and that's what folks need.
Too many artists are into just getting up and performing on stage and dancing around like monkeys.
Right.
And really not giving a damn. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like
not knowing the business.
Right.
Everybody else making money.
And you getting up there, right? And you're not realizing that you are a commodity. And you're supposed to be getting paid.
Right.
If you knew the business, you would be getting paid. Whether the promoter was paying you or not, you would still be getting paid. But if you don't know the business, you don't get paid. So when people tell me that they're independent, I ask them, well, if you're independent, do you rely on somebody else to do something for you to make something happen in your business? Well, yeah. Well, then you're not independent.
Right.
Let's keep it a buck. Like, are you making money in what you're doing? Well, no, I'm getting there. We're going to get there. Then it's a hobby. It's not a business. And there's a big difference. Now, when you start teaching them and instructing them on what copyrights are, what publishing is, what types of publishing is out there, how many different ways to get paid as an artist. Everybody, when I hear people complain about how much they're getting paid from streaming, an artist complain about that, that lets me know that you don't know shit about the business. Because there are over 18 different ways for an artist to get paid from one song.
Could you name a few of them for those who may not know? Could you name a few?
Of course, you got the streaming. Then you got sync licensing, music licensing, where you can get your music placed on these actual platforms for the movies. Okay, the stuff that you're in movies, all of that. You'll get an upfront placement, plus you can get royalties on the back end if you negotiate right. Your merchandise when you're going out and you're moving around. your music. You're promoting your music. You can put merchandise out there pushing the brand of that record. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And get paid off of that. You know, you got. Oh, this was my favorite. When an artist takes the record, okay, and they place the record in on the radio, right? If you have done your registrations correctly, okay, in MediaBase, right? You can get paid up to, if you're doing regular radio, it could be up to $5 a spin. You know, or if you're on satellite, it could be $40 to $50 a spin per spin.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow. And it's probably a lot of people who definitely don't know that.
You just always hear people complaining about, they only make certain cents off of,
Yeah, you complaining about the cents, but
yeah,
that's the overlay for the underplay to keep you distracted. You see, you sitting up here waiting on this big check to come. You could create your own. Quit playing with yourself. You can create your own. You just have to learn things like marketing.
Yeah.
Artists get so bent up into being a creative. Now, I'm about to watch this. Most artists, well, all artists are creatives, correct? Therefore, when they think, they're thinking on the right side of the brain because that's the creative side, right?
Okay.
The analytical side of the brain is the left side, right?
Right.
But when you're thinking about business, you're thinking analytically.
Right.
Now, creatively, you can, but this is the catch. You can starting a business. You're actually creating something. Am I correct?
That's
you're
correct.
starting out on your right side of your brain as a creative.
Then you got to move to that left.
But the functions of the business and how to market that business is the left side. Because you're doing things like analyzing your demographic, learning why your demographic does what it does. You have to know these things in order to be able to sell to them. You have to know the psychology of your audience.
Right.
The tools that you use, the radio. I'm going to give you an example. When people want to, look, I'm a big advocate on destroying scam artists. Like literally, when niggas see me coming and they know they bogus, they get the fuck on.
Okay.
Because I bust them out. That's the street side of me. Here it come. Mixed with a little Marine. I'm on your ass. You know what I'm saying? For real. And I'm like that because that's why artists are the way they are with people that try to help them. It's not that they're being bullheaded. It's because they have been ripped off so much.
So many times.
They don't know who to trust.
Right.
So can you blame them?
Right. I understand.
But then if they don't listen, how will they ever learn?
Right.
And they can also learn on your conference call. Make sure y'all tune in. I learned a lot on your conference call, okay? And I was
thank you.
Look, I wasn't even expecting you to. Remember, I told you I was on my route, so I wasn't even really expecting for you to have me chime in. I was just like, I'm just listening.
Right.
Yeah, he was asking me questions, y'all. I'm like, how'd you feel about it? I'm like, I like.
So tell us about your conference call. When does it happen? And
I have what's called the Come Clean Industry Conference Call, where I have some of the biggest radio personalities, DJs, promoters, PR, marketing folks. Like, if you're influencers, if you're in the business, you come on the call, right? And the whole purpose behind the call is to get your music to be heard by these influencers, different people, If they like it, some of them pick it up, you know, and they put you on their radio show or whatever. A lot of people come from my call and they went on to do bigger things, you know, and that's a great thing, you know. But we give them that platform, that launching pad, and then we turn around and we have what's called the grassroots music seminar section, which is where we teach them. We pick a topic and we talk about that topic. And I have my panel, we all discuss it together, bringing in all of this experience and years of work together under one platform, you know, to bring together the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that those artists may need, you know.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
so like a new artist could schedule time to be on your conference call and play their music. That's what. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
You know, they can come on and they can and I only charge $50.
Okay.
You know, $50 for one song, 75 for two. And while others, no shade against nobody else, but other conference calls that don't even do what we do, they just play the music. But they charge like $500-$600.
Wow.
You know,
okay.
But
and shout out to you because remember I told you I was gonna contact Juno Boy and Miss Cox, and we have an interview in March coming up.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
there
you.
you go.
Told you I was on it. I was on it.
There you go. There you go. You know, and my whole thing is stuff like that.
Appreciate it.
Just like that. That's what it's about. If we don't network together,
right,
as down here where we at, the powers that be will continue to reign over us. This is why they don't like me up there. You know, we got a distribution company. We have these outlets for artists. You know, now, you know, I'm a board member of one of the largest festivals in the country. So I'm able to take these artists and put them on these stages where it's 100,000 people and they're able to get heard. You know, I can break an artist and I don't need your stinking playlists.
Okay.
You know, I can go and put them right up there. And now we're taking this on the road. Where, you know, last year we had in Jacksonville, Florida, we had about 100,000, 107,000 people there. This year, we're having it in a designated island right off of Savannah, right outside of Savannah, Georgia. And it's going to be retarded. We got Big Boogie headlining. And, you know, we got a few. Look, all y'all smiling down. Y'all like y'all's a Big Boogie.
I mean,
okay.
Down there. We ready. All you got to do is just.
I'm just waiting on the invite.
Yeah, you need us to be at.
Look, I'm gonna tell you. We looking though at taking this around the country. You know, we already locked in Galveston, Texas. We got Myrtle Beach on board, Virginia Beach on board, Long Beach on board. You know, we're looking at doing 11 locations. It's gonna be, you know, it's gonna be ridiculous. You know. Then, you know, we got the Hype magazine. You know, I'm a senior music editor for Hype magazine.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a question I want to ask.
Questions. How did you even come about that?
How did you get that position?
That gig?
Yeah.
Well, this is a funny story. All right, so
you got to write a book.
Right? This is how God works. So I'm doing the grassroots tour. Initially, it was just me. You know, I'm funding everything. I didn't have no sponsors. Not financial sponsors.
Can you be our sponsor?
Huh?
Can you sponsor us?
Right in the middle of the interview. Can you sponsor us?
We trying to hear how you got the position at Hype.
That's funny.
But I do want to answer.
This is hood talk.
It stands for helping others overcome
You know
doubt.
that's right. It's hood talk.
But
we all from the hood.
Right? So, you know, I had all of these different people that were close, you know, to me, and some that I was getting to know. I had everybody from Universal to Wu-Tang to I mean, everybody. Hype, Atlantic Records. We had everybody.
No Limit Records.
Yeah, Def Jam. I had everybody coming
Yeah.
and just being panelists at my stops. Now, mind you, this was like the first or second year of me touring with it. And I couldn't get a sponsor, like a financial sponsor to help me. So I came out of pocket. Now, disclaimer, I lost about $130,000 that year, doing that. But I gained millions of dollars in connections. And I didn't made that money back at least 10 times, since then. So, but going back to it, my girl, Just Jay, who's the owner of the Hype magazine, the founder and owner, I had her as one of my panelists, and she was going around the country with me. And she saw how, even though I wasn't making money, I was still making sure that everybody on that tour was straight. I didn't care what the hell happened. I mean, when we was in Indiana, there was 3 tornadoes. So we had to cancel it. But guess what? Everybody still got what they had coming.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I made sure. I'm a man of principle and integrity. So if I tell you I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. If I don't,
and you got God on your side.
Exactly. So towards the end of the tour, Jay had approached me and she was like, "Hey, I like the way you moving. You walk the way. What do you think about Hype coming on as a partner?" I said, "Hell yeah. Let's do it. You think I'm gonna turn down the #1 urban magazine in the country?
Right.
Man, look, let's do this." So we got to working together. And she saw how, I guess she said, she saw how selfless I was. I was just about helping the artists. It wasn't about the money with me, and so she was like, "I don't normally do this," which she don't. But she was like, "Look, why don't you come on board Hype?" For the first time, she put together a board and she included me in that board. And the rest is history. Like, I became the senior music editor. And with that comes a lot of responsibility, a lot of power, but a lot of responsibility. Mm-hmm. And God opened up so many doors since then. Wow. And, with us we formed Maverick Global Distribution together. We're working with Hype. Now we're the #1 independent music distributor in the country.
Shout out to that. Come on now.
Yeah, when you got people like Empire Universal talking about you in their meetings, you're doing something.
Right.
So, it's like the artists, they respect me because they see how I move, and I don't think I'm bigger than them.
Yeah.
I'll be telling their ass, "Man, get your shit together, bro." Like I'll be trying to teach them shit. Instead of talking at them, I'm trying to teach them.
Right.
Now if you don't listen, that's your ass. I'm not no babysitter.
Right.
Because you grown, I'm grown. But if I can help you, I'm gonna help you. And people like Shamika, like that's my sister. Like,
yeah, shout out Shamika Bottom.
Yeah, that's my sister.
Bottom line ministry.
Yeah, and we've been tight as shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm just genuine people, man. Like, and I know what God, the mission that He put me on. Mm-hmm. I came back twice from the dead. And
that's what I'm saying.
Right.
And that second time, when people turned their backs on me and thought I was done, now all of a sudden, within a few years later, I'm not only on top, but I'm up there with the big boys, and they trying to learn from me.
Right. Come on now, that's what I'm talking about.
Don't count you out, count you in.
And it ain't about what I did, though. It's about what God allowed me to do.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? he gives.
I mean, what the devil meant for bad, God will turn it around and in your favor every time.
Every time.
It's so crazy where, you know, in this business, everybody feel that they gotta have a gang of niggas with them when they move around because cats be on that bullshit, you know, and this and that. But when I move around, sometimes I have a few guys with me, and sometimes most of the time I'm by myself. And they don't fuck with me. Matter of fact, they respect me more because a lot of them know my background and they respect the fact that I'm corporate now. But I will get in your ass.
He done made that clear.
He keep it balanced.
He said, "Don't make me unchill in this motherfucker. Don't make me
So
go
all we got to do is pay you $50 for the conference call, so he can pay the rent, y'all.
Oh, okay, yeah, we got to send you pay the rent. We got
to send him pay the rent, so they can hear that on the call.
Yeah, we got a song. We got to let y'all hear for sure. So,
you know, man, like I would, you know, matter of fact, let's bring y'all on the conference call.
Yeah.
Bring y'all on the call, and y'all talk about the podcast and everything that y'all doing. Man, look, I'm down to help promote any way I can, man.
Appreciate that.
You know, I'm down to help promote, man, because I just like realness and genuineness. You know,
and we real as we can be, honey.
I didn't cuss out plenty of celebrities. Plenty. I don't give two damns about that other shit. I'll be on the air.
We'll get to meet you in Kentucky on the 27th. We're coming
down. Yeah, y'all better.
Yeah, we here.
Yeah, we here.
We coming.
No, come on.
We're gonna be there
early, man. Look, we gonna have a blast.
I can't wait.
Me neither.
We love blast.
I can't wait. We definitely do. We love.
You know, and you know, we're filming each stop for TV. So if y'all see cameras and stuff, just know that.
Period.
That's what's for.
We're gonna be camera ready.
We used to the camera too.
I
want to ask a question. What would be some words of motivation you would give someone, especially like hearing your backstory and things like that? And you know what I'm saying, telling people how they need to get their business right when it comes, to being an artist. What would be some words of motivation you would give somebody in life?
Study, learn, learn and pray. Know that knowledge is power.
Yeah.
But you pray for understanding.
Right. I like that. Yeah.
Anything that you learn, don't just go with it. Pray on it.
Right.
And watch how the Spirit will expand your understanding. You know, I mean, I'm not gonna sit up here and say I'm holy art thou, but I'm a spiritual person.
Yeah.
I've been there and I have seen the other side. So you can't tell me ain't no God. You can't tell me, it ain't real and all of that. And it's like I get deep with it because I'll tell a person, you keep up here telling me you know, but have you experienced it really?
Mm-hmm.
How you know you experienced it? Or is it just your feelings?
Right.
There's a difference.
Oh yeah.
And I don't try to break nobody's belief, but I'm like, if you really believe, then you wouldn't doubt.
Right.
That's facts. That's big.
Yeah, that don't go hand in hand. You're right. You can't say you got
one or the other.
Doubtful.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy is we as humans, we doubt. I doubt sometimes. But I'm not gonna lie. Since I came up out of those situations, it's hard for me to doubt. It's real hard. Like I'll see something and I'll see it happening, but in the back of my head, I'm knowing there's a reason behind it.
Right.
Yes.
It's when I look at stuff in the sense of this is a lesson. This is not something that's just happening to me to break me or break me down.
Right.
It's a lesson for me to learn because there's a bigger story coming down the line, and I need to be ready for it.
Right.
If you would have told me 2 years ago that where I would be right now in this business, I would have looked at you and said, "You crazy?"
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I'm here. You know, and I have a great team. Shout out my team. I couldn't do it without them. You know, God placed them around me to protect me. You know, because they are very protective of me. Shamika is extremely protective of me. You know, and all the other Jamila, the horn of hype, all these people around me, you know, they are very protective of me because, you know, I'm protective of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't play. If I got you, if I say I got you, I got you. We going to war together.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
You know, so
I like that.
That's
and you can only get there after going through some really life-changing experiences.
Yeah,
you there.
Yeah. You know, it's like you begin. I understand things. I believe, for me, I understand things on a different level.
On a different
where something's
level,
happening, or something goes down, or something. People always tell me, "Why are you so calm about it?" I said, well, "Why am I gonna get mad about it? Why?"
Yeah.
If I get mad, if you see me get mad, it's a good ass reason.
Can you see the comments, Chill?
Nah, I can't see no comments.
BT said, "I knew 2 years ago you were going to be the man. Thank you for the opportunities that you brought his way."
Who was that? BG?
VT Utmost.
Oh, VT?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Shout out VT, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah, so how can people get in contact with you? Like, what's your social sites, and how can they get on a conference call?
Well, you can go and follow me on Instagram at Mr. Come Clean, at Mr. Come Clean. Or, you know, really that's the only way in which I don't really give my number out like that.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel
I
that.
have a business.
Please don't. It's gonna get hacked.
Yeah, you know.
Right.
That's why I don't give it out, because it already got hacked once before. but you know, it's you know, or you can follow me on Facebook, Rinehart Willie, WILLY. You know, it's a lot, man, that goes into this business. People say that this business is phony and fake and full of shit and this and that and that and this. It's only that way if you don't do your homework and are able to recognize the bullshit when it comes.
mm-hmm.
And you do that through knowledge. You do that through knowing what the hell you talking about and doing.
Right.
Don't sit up here and, you know, our problem, I'm sitting up here just rambling away, but
oh, we love talking. We a podcast. We like to learn.
Right.
You know, one thing at which it upsets me about our people is that we want to look like we the man, or that we in control, or that we know so much more than the other person, that we always pretend that, or give the perception that we bigger than what we are, and that we know more than everybody else in the room.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, we end up being the dumbest in the room.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Black people strive to be rich. White people strive to be powerful.
Right.
Think about what I just said.
Mm-hmm.
When you're
there's a difference.
Yeah, it's a big difference.
When you're powerful, money gonna come to you.
Right.
When you're rich and you try to go against somebody with power, you lose your money.
Right.
Oh, that brings me to a question. I gotta ask you, because you and I was that call.
There you go, Chad. There you go.
For the interview. Diddy, how you feel about the Diddy? I know you done work with him. I know you've been to some parties. Did you go to the party after?
Why you put me on blast? Hey, for the record,
He said,
So I
"What
need to
no
know a
baby
real
oil on
perspective.
me?" Like,
That really,
do not
you
put
think
that on me.
Did he
No.
Did
Hey, if I receive a subpoena, I'm emailing your ass.
I'm just saying that I don't, you in the industry. I just wanted to know how you felt.
You know, but I feel that I feel that he's been set up, and I also feel that he got caught up. You know, he did some things. He got caught. You know, I mean, but also I feel that he's a good example though of letting the power get to your common sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because it's a crazy industry. And honey, this stuff ain't just started happening.
Right.
No, it's crazier than you think.
I tell you how old I am, and I've been doing it in my young 20s, early teens. I've seen a lot.
Yeah.
So,
And it's a shame that most of this happens within, well, I'll put it this way. I'm not going to say most of it happens. I'm going to say most of it is exposed through our urban music culture.
Mm-hmm.
You don't hear about none of this shit being in rock and roll like you hear about it in rap.
But it's happening there as well.
It's happening there.
They want to hypnotize
That's
us.
just like while we distracted with Diddy, honey, they ain't saying nothing about them Amasquami brothers.
You know what? I'm going to address what Sleep just said. She said that they hypnotize you, right?
Yes.
What answer this? What are words? The very thing that we're speaking, right? Mm-hmm. The words, right? They're frequencies. It's a frequency that goes out, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's deadly because biblically or religiously, it don't matter. I say religiously because it's in every single type of religion there is. We are all gods and goddesses. Low G, not high G, not the big G, but the low G, right? God spoke us into existence. Mm-hmm. We were made in his image, his or her image. Right. So that means that we possess the power. Right. Mm-hmm. We have, as humans, though, we have to learn to tap into that power. Right. Yep. Part of that power is called faith. Right. But when you have faith, because that's why it says that faith is the substance of things hoped for. So you're hoping for something, but the evidence of things not seen. Right. But when it says the evidence of things not seen or the conviction of things not seen, that key word, evidence or conviction, is you speaking it. Mm-hmm. Why? Because what did God do in the beginning? He spoke things into existence, right? Right. Yeah. So in book of Proverbs, it says death and life are in the what? Power of the tongue. Mm-hmm. You see? So when you put all these things together, if you're repeating something over and over and over again, yes, it will put the mind in a trance. Yep. And it will manifest itself in your life. Right. That's why the powers that be have certain types of music placed in rotation. Yeah. In certain areas, in certain places. That frequency to go into the universe to constantly evolve itself into your personal manifestation. Mm-hmm. Right. That's like I said, what happened to the happy music? It's kind of like died down. They don't want people to dance anymore. They don't want people to be happy. Yeah, they rather have people think about booty hole brown. Right.
Killing, guns,
You
and
know?
sex. That's all it is.
Right.
That's all it is now. And that's why so many people losing life. Like they don't care about life no more. They killing their
Right.
friends. It's a crazy time.
Yeah, and I
But
mean,
they
we
don't
just
think
getting
that though.
started. We are just getting started because now it's planes. When the last time some damn planes crashed in your
And they
life?
playing it
They just
every day.
Right.
won't.
They
Crashing every
falling out
day.
the sky.
Every
Falling,
day they
you know.
crashing.
But guess what? A few years ago, a psychic said that planes would start to fall from the sky.
Honey, these prophecies, the biblical prophecies, was over 2,000 years ago, and the stuff is happening.
Yeah.
Come on now,
Yeah.
Trump trying to take Gaza.
This ain't no like coincidence.
I got a question over here too from the comments. First, I want to say T Cups from Good Talk. She said, "Hey," because she wasn't able to be on the show today, but she wanted to say hello.
Teacups.
And then we got VT. He said, "Can I ask Chill a question? You said that you couldn't picture yourself in this position 2 years ago. So, being where you are now, where do you see yourself at the end of the year, 2025?"
As a motherfucking problem.
Child, I know that's right.
He said as a
You
problem.
need that on a shirt. As a motherfucking problem.
As a motherfucking, can you make
You
us
the man, you got to come
Look,
to it.
I asked for a lot of
That was the best answer.
Straight up. You know? Like, I know where God is taking me. You know, and I know where I'm going. And y'all, I ain't even told y'all half the things that are coming. You know, and it's about to get crazy. It's about to get crazy. And I know them people gonna come for me. I know they watch it, but they forgot they trained me in the military. They trained me to be an expert in anti-surveillance. So I know when you're watching me.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So while we got you on, how'd you feel about the Super Bowl?
I thought it was a great game.
I did too. Well,
I
forget
loved
the
it.
game.
About the halftime show.
We
too.
talking
My
about the
daughter was
halftime.
part
You
of the
know what we're talking
halftime
about.
show. She was
I
one
won
that
a lot of money
I'm
in
a
that
bingo
game.
fan,
Now
so
you know we didn't mean the game.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, she was
I
one
won
of
a
his
ton of money
dancers.
on that game. That's a great game.
Forget the
No,
game.
but I think that we need to put our protective arms around Kendrick.
Yeah.
Like, this is a dangerous situation.
Yeah.
You know, that brother put his life on the line by doing that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sure.
These people ain't playing out here. Just like, I'm putting my life on the line for doing what I'm doing for these artists and all this other stuff. I'm doing this because I know how powerful music is.
Mhm.
Music controls this earth. Okay? You can talk about religion, right?
Mhm.
But there's politics in religion. People say, no, they ain't. Well, in man-made religion, there's politics.
Right.
Because man is influenced. They put their own influence in God's word.
Mhm.
That's why when people ask me, am I religious? I say, no, I'm spiritual.
Mhm.
Because you can't put your influence into the spirit.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So, we have to adjust to what's coming at us because it's coming at us from viewpoints that we've never seen before. We're not used to. And you have to meditate within yourself because that's where the real religion is.
Mhm.
That's where God lies within you.
Right.
You reach into yourself and you just, you got to meditate at least once a day.
Yes.
First thing in the morning.
Do it every day.
Everybody got their, whatever they do. Motherfuckers smoke weed. Motherfuckers do coke. Motherfuckers do crack, whatever the fuck you do, right? When you doing it, meditate.
Right.
I hear you.
Breathe.
Meditate.
Tune into your breathing. You got
Take,
to meditate.
take that
And
time.
we have that
Tune
shroom tea in the morning.
Man, tune
Meditate.
into who you are,
Yes.
you know. Because when you do that, you know, the
You get
spirit will
answers.
talk to you.
Yeah.
But it's up to you to know the difference between the good spirit and the bad spirit. 'Cause there is such thing.
Hello.
Okay,
Yeah.
real quick, VT had one more question. Can you tell upcoming artists the type of situations or people that they should avoid in the entertainment industry? And what was your highest barrier or hardest obstacle?
People that talk too fast, avoid them. People that talk so much that they don't hear what you're saying, or they don't listen to your questions.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
just sit back and listen to them. They're gonna tell you that they rip off artists.
Uh-huh.
But they're gonna tell on themselves every single time. But you gotta listen for it. You know.
Yeah.
But the biggest obstacle that I have is getting independent artists to listen.
Yeah.
They think they know everything. You know, but really, y'all don't know shit. And they hate it when I tell it to them like that. But guess what? That's the only way you niggas gonna listen.
Yeah.
Because I'm not here to babysit you. I'm not here to be your friend. I'm here to teach you so that you can go out and actually meet and create a living. Not make a living, but create a living.
Mm-hmm.
There's a big difference.
Yeah.
You can't make a living and you ain't created the situation to be able to do it in. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now I got a question. Do you think like a lot of people don't listen, like take the advice nowadays because there's so many different outlets and avenues that they think that they can just do it themselves? So that's probably why they close their ear off to, you know what I'm saying, what you sent trying to teach. You know, back in the day, you had to be on it.
I think people don't listen because of their lack of understanding of how this works. Like that, along with the fact that they've listened to others that give them the illusion because they managed this dude over here or worked with this dude over here that they got their shit together and this and that. But in reality, they trying to get a quick dollar off of you. Like nowadays, the majors, the so-called quote unquote majors, and these managers of these big name artists and all this other shit, them niggas a bunch of hustlers. And they gonna hustle the shit out of you.
Mm-hmm.
They gonna get the biggest, most flyest chain that they can get, and they gonna make it seem like they got it all together. But nigga, you just got $100,000 chain on your neck, but you renting. What sense does that make, asshole?
Right. No, it's backwards.
You know what I'm saying? You're backwards.
So they renting them, wearing them.
I don't understand how an artist can get $1 million advance. Meaning I'm giving you $1 million. And and the label gonna pay for all of your studio time, marketing, everything. Yeah, they give you these deals, right? Everybody like, man, they gave me a 360 deal, blah, 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 blah. Are those bad deals? If you give me $1 million and you say, this your money, but we gonna put it all over here and this and that. But by the way, that's a loan, right. A compounded interest-bearing loan that you're gonna have to pay back 10 times.
Right.
You know, but the money's yours right now.
That's what they forget about.
But check it out though. Watch this. If they giving you $1 million, nigga, you shouldn't need nothing else because you got what you need if you know what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
You should never be broke. All it takes is me to go and grab a couple of buildings. Now I have residual income coming in for the rest of my life because I'm renting them buildings out. And I'm building equity.
Mm-hmm.
Now my net worth just went up. Now I'm gonna go over here and start me another business. All this with the $1 million you just gave me. Instead of me going to go get a Bentley.
Right.
Nigga, I'm going to get a Chevy.
Right.
And my Chevy gonna get me around where I need to go because that's all I need. I don't want you to know that I got money. Why? Because, nigga, I'm not wanting you to come try to rob me.
Right there. That's what it is. People don't think about that. They just be flashing, not knowing there's somebody watching.
And really wealthy people don't, and really wealthy people.
It's crazy.
You
because
can't
they
tell
go
after
and they
that.
get these chains and have all this money, right? Look, they have all this money, right? But then they turn around. They do shit like this. Let me show you something. They do shit like this. They do this type of stupid shit they do. Nigga, I'm balling. Nigga, I got it all. Nigga, what you gonna do, nigga? But
Throwing
then,
out 10,000 at the
Right.
club.
Then 2 days later.
Right, hold on. 10 weeks later, they robbed me.
I can't believe it. Like, nigga, believe it. You just showed them.
I think they be
everything
doing
you
that
got.
for insurance. They do that for insurance policy, you know.
Wu-Tang Radio,
my
Wu-Tang Radio
chain.
said, let me hold something.
If they want to waste it on the chain, Hood Talk will take it. Make sure y'all email us.
Right.
Go ahead and we'll take that $1 million. We know what to do with it, how to spend it.
Oh, yeah,
Man.
business is going to get to go.
Will make you proud.
Man, look, they be having these doggone chains. I be looking at them niggas like, and you want to come to me and ask us some money for studio time? But you got a 50,000, nigga, go pawn that chain.
Right.
And there go your budget. You feel me? Like, for real. That's why I don't wear jewelry like that.
Right.
I don't do none of that shit. I don't want to bring no attention to myself.
Right.
People don't even know who the fuck I am half the time.
Look,
And
that's crazy. Look, Wu-Tang Radio said, I know somebody locally in Dayton that did that and got robbed, shaking my head.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like, man, it's the most dumbest thing there is to do. You know, you're not taking care of yourself or your people around you because you're too busy trying to make it seem like you the man.
Right.
Who gives a shit who's the man? Is the job getting done?
Right.
That's the thing.
They
On
don't
my
think
team,
about
you don't know who the
They
man
just think
is.
about right now.
Right.
Right. It's like on my team, you don't know who the man is. I mean, shit. People know that I do a lot of shit, but they know that because other people tell them that. It don't come out of my mouth.
Yeah.
So my big advice to artists is be humble and stay out the way.
Amen.
Stay out the way.
Amen.
Man, we done been chopping it up for almost an hour and a half now, man.
This
has
is a
been
great,
We done learned a whole bunch
great
from
interview.
you.
Very
Yeah,
informative.
like I hope people go back and really listen and take in the things that you said, especially new up and coming artists that, you know what I'm saying, want to put themselves out there, whether they, you know what I'm saying, be independent or, you know what I'm saying, whatever they got going on. Just take the message in and learn. Like you said, it's all about learning. Knowledge is power. That's the only thing they can't take from you is your knowledge, man. So you need to know.
Right.
And he giving y'all the game right here, dropping them gems.
Free game.
Free game. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, if you're an artist, and make sure you get on them conference calls. Now, how would they go about getting on the conference call?
You just actually you go ahead, just hit me up on either Rinehart Willie, Rinehart Willie, Willy on Facebook, or you hit me up on at Mr. Come Clean on Instagram. Either it will be myself or my assistant that will get back with you.
Okay.
And we can't wait to meet y'all in person.
Yes, it's coming.
I'm looking forward to that.
We'll be there.
27th.
We'll be there early, so
Yeah, so we can turn up.
I'm gonna be there the day before because I have a TV interview down there the day before. So I'll be down there the day before.
Yeah.
You know.
We're gonna bring you some Moscato.
Up with you.
Do that. Do that. Bring me some Moscato.
Bring you some Moscato.
We got you on the Moscato.
Bring me some Moscato. You know, I was a heavy Hennessy and Crown drinker at one time, but I drink it every once in a while. But my wine, I love my damn wine.
I said we got a wine guy down here, so we're gonna bring you some and see what you think about that, and then you can
See how you feel about it. We appreciate this. We're gonna get up out of here.
Okay.
Oh,
So this has been great. This has been great.
This
Thank
has really
you
been
so
great. Thank
much.
you so much.
We appreciate you.
Hey, I appreciate y'all too, man.
I feel
And
like
look,
I know.
artists that want to get on Maverick, go to www.maverickglobaldistribution.com.
Okay.
That's maverickglobaldistribution.com. Check us out. It's only $30 for the entire damn year. Unlimited uploads.
Okay.
And your conference call again, information.
Every Wednesday.
That's on Wednesdays, right?
Every Wednesday. And if you want to get the link, you can go to Come Clean Conference Call on Instagram. Come Clean Conference Call. And the link is in the bio.
I'll be on there this Wednesday for sure.
I'll definitely be back.
Yeah.
He plays the game too, guys. So we got to be ready. Hey, y'all, we got to be on our shit because he play a game and give out shit. So.
We on it.
I'm being.
Well, you already know, Bobby. You did already.
So yeah, I was listening. I couldn't chime in as much, but I was listening, and yeah.
That's what's up. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself.
Definitely did.
We thank you so much for this opportunity. For real, it means a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And I thank you for the opportunity. It means a lot.
No problem. No problem.
We here.
Yay!
All right.
Peace
All right, y'all.
out.
Be blessed.